Namanda 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 Namanda. Good morning, everybody. My name is Lilia, and I'd like to welcome you to today's service.
We will begin our service with opening meditation.
Followed by Nemitsu. Please join me in placing your hands together in Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Please rise for the singing of the Gatha of Flower Crows. It's going to be in the Gatha book today on page 24 and 25, followed by recitation of the Golden Chain Nembutsu. Golden Chain. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amita's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Did you say golden chain or three treasures? I said golden chain. Okay. No, I was wrong. Okay. Please join
Please join us
in the chanting.
of the chanting.
Sutra Jusei on page 95 of the service book. During the sutra chanting, we will have Oshoko, or incense offering, by the following Dharma School student, Evelyn Diaz, adult, Mark DeLucci. 最小尊ちらやおた大勢の感動国書店にとうちみょで
Now, listen to Donald Message by Reverend Candace.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, especially on this very beautiful spring day. So today I'm getting a little bit of help from a friend for the Dharma message, and I know we only have a few kids, but I think maybe young adults and adults alike could really identify with this a classic tale. And my friend is, do you know who this is? The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So, right, like this is a preschool classic, and so my friend, he's here to help me today, and we're going to share his story and how that relates to Buddhism in our life today. So again, if you're not familiar with this story, I have the card. It's a little bit small, so I hope you'll be able to see it. But it's The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric. Is it Carl? Okay. So in the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. It's right there if you can't see it. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. It's right there. And he started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through an apple. And it has the little hole there where he ate out of. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, and he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but what was he? still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. Okay, on Saturday, he had a really big day. He ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of sweet cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. He needs a side of Tums, I think, too, for his tummy. That night, he had a stomach ache. Look at all that he ate. He's growing as we speak. Next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf. And after that, he felt much better. Now he wasn't hungry anymore. He wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he shoveled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and what happened? Do you know what happened? He was a beautiful butterfly. The end. So you might be thinking, how does this classic tale relate to Buddhism? So I'm giving you a hint because I'm also wearing our food wagesa or shicho that you might have. And so we've talked about this concept many times before. But obviously, he had to have a lot of help by eating all of those different foods so that he can grow to be a huge, beautiful butterfly. And so those foods just didn't, in this book, yes, they were there. But of course, all of the foods that we enjoy include help from the sun and the soil and rain, but also all of the people that help grow and package and process those foods, especially later on when he ate all of those different foods like the salami and cheese. And those things don't, again, come out of, out of nowhere. It takes a lot of people to help sustain us. And so it allowed this little caterpillar to become a big, beautiful butterfly. But also, what was very similar throughout the book? Even though he ate, and ate, what was he? Still hungry, right? And I think that could remind us even about our own nature and how we grow. Not just the hunger in our tummies, but being hungry about learning. Being hungry about learning. That's why little ones, they go to school and then they come here for Dharma school to learn about the teachings of the Buddha in their lives. And I think all of us, even adults, remain hungry to continue learning and continue being hungry about the Dharma so that we continue getting nourished by it, so that we could use the Buddha's teachings in our everyday lives, and our journey will continue and continue. And because of the teachings in our lives, because of the people in our lives who help sustain us, we're going to grow and we're going to process all of these different things that we get to experience in our lives. And the journey will continue and continue, and we'll all be big, beautiful butterflies with our own unique experiences and colors and the way in which we appreciate the world around us. So always continue to be hungry. Continue to be hungry about learning and grow in the Dharma. And always remember all of those conditions in our lives, people, seen and unseen, who help sustain us too. Okay? So we'll have to thank our caterpillar for waking up very early this Sunday morning to be with us. Perhaps maybe our 2 Dharma school students who are with us today, they can help me by taking care of them week by week, and we can trade off, and we can see how they continue to grow at their homes too. Okay, so to conclude my Dharma message, will you please join me in Gato. Namo Amitabutsu. Namo Amitabutsu. Namo Amitabutsu. Namo. Namo. Namo.
You for your message, Reverend Candace.
Okay, now it's birthday time. So, as your name is called, please come up and burn incense, receive your cupcake, and have your candle lit by Sensei. Okay, we'll start with the students, and please come up quickly so the candles don't. Dharma school student, she's not here. Zelda, Tran, Ella Uamura. Happy birthday to them. Are there any other students' birthdays in April? Please, if so, please come up. No? Okay. Adults, Tad Shibata. Oh, yay. Tiffany Shibata. It's a family party.
May Pablo. Vivian Fuji. Kimi Ishihara.
Misa Uamura and Joan Uamura.
Is there any more adults? Birthdays in April?
Okay. Let's sing happy birthday.
Let's sing happy birthday to our dear friends.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to friends. Happy birthday to you. Good job, bud.
this part, okay? I'm gonna do this part. It's a lot of. Okay. Announcements. Scholarship and applications are available in the office. Submit them by noon on May 8th in the office. The packets are in the foyer, or you can go to the office for them. Please join us next week for our Hanamati service, April 12th at 10 a.m., followed by a potluck lunch. There are more details in the Karma if needed. The FDSTL conference is on April 18th. It's Making Dharma Come Alive. The keynote speakers are Bishop Marvin Harada and Yasu Tada. Sorry. It's open to everyone, teachers, students, and family. Reverend Shibata's book club will meet on Wednesday, April 22nd at 6:30. Please see Sensei if you wish to join. Go ahead, you can raise it up. Bento Box fundraiser is coming up on Saturday, April 25th. You could still buy tickets. You can still buy Tickets are still available, and pickup will be between 11 and 2. You could order them at the card form, or you could see the card for the order form and any details. We're still requesting donations for our vintage Japanese treasures happening on May 2nd, 2026. So if you have any donations, you could bring them to the office. Our annual Hatsumari service is on May 10th. If you wish to participate, or if you wish for more details, see the flyer in the card. Cans and plastic bottles are still being collected by YBA. Please leave your recyclables in the white barrels by the mini chapel.
Good morning. Yaba's spring fundraiser, the Da Vinci pasta meal. Tickets are on sale from now until the end of this month. The tickets can be redeemed for one full week between April 27th and May 3rd, and it will be choice of pasta, salad, and bread. And come see me before and after services, or at coffee hour, or next week I will have them available during lunch. So please, they're $18 for the pasta meal. Thank you.
Hello, so we're going to be launching a discussion group on Zoom. It's going to be Buddhist concepts in anime. It's going to start on the Thursday, April 16th from 6:30 to 8, and there's no anime experience needed. We're going to watch an episode together and then discuss, and we're going to, as we're watching, we're going to look for Buddhist concepts as we're watching and then have a discussion. So there's a QR code on our social media, Instagram and Facebook, or you can email Reverend Shibata and we can put you on the list, or you can call the office. Thank you.
Following this service will be the Shotsuki service for April. For those not attending the service, you're welcome to go to the mini chapel for refreshments. Students will be dismissed for classes. We're having my offering. These envelopes are in the foyer. If you would like to help with the Federation of Dharma School Teachers League with their educational materials, you can offering. If you make a check, please make it out to Stockton School. From all the collection goes and one check to the Federation. There's flyers in the foyer. The Japanese American Interpreter Center, the Stockton Assembly project. They're going to be having an open house on Saturday, May 9th from 2 to 4 p.m. The program will include a guided tour, brief remarks, light refreshments. So this is at the fairgrounds. Next month, there's also a pilgrimage to the sites in Arkansas for the two relocation camps. So in on Saturday, May 16th, the Chi or Granada pilgrimage will be.
Any other announcements? No? Okay. If not, Dharma School students are release class? I don't have the papers to go off the head. If you have social cold or offered ends, please do so after the row behind you. Thank you. You winged it. It's okay. Good job. Okay, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us this weekend as we transition from one service to the next. I appreciate you coming out. I know it could be a very busy weekend considering it's Easter weekend for our Christian friends and also Passover for our Jewish friends who observe. So, coming together and being together for especially the Shotsuki monthly memorial service is a time of reflection for each and every one of us as we think about and remember, honor our friends and loved ones who have passed away in this particular month. So thank you again for being here today. So we will start today's Shotsuki monthly memorial service with the chanting of Sambujo, and Sambujo can be found on the inside front cover of the service book. This would be followed by the Hyobyakumon, or the dedication or declaration of our gathering today, and also will include the reading of the Shotsuki names for the month of April. So please join me in the chanting of Sambujo on the inside front cover. So jon, san, ge, ra, ku. We have gathered today to observe our Shotsuki monthly memorial service. This is our monthly service to remember friends and loved ones who have passed away in the month of April. They are Kenji Akaba, Ruth Akaba, Kiyoshi Asai, Harry Jiro Baba, Lawrence Allen Frice, Gary Kiyoshi Fujihara, Glenn S. Fuji, Eiko Hamamoto, Ted Takashi Hayashi, Barbara Shizuko Hayashino, Fumie Higashiyama, Kenso Higashiyama, Fumiko Hisaka, Julie Karen Hisaka, Tsukane Hisatomi, Kaiichi Horita, Kimi Horita, Florence M. Itaya, Douglas Kajioka, Tadaichi Kamidoi, Sumiko Kamigaki, Fumio Kanemoto, Masayuki Jim Kimura, Misao Koga, Takino Kuwabara, Irene Kaoru Matsuoka, Jeanette Fujie Mizuno, Maureen Shigeo Mizuno, Hideo Morinaka, Kameki Morita, Linda Moriwaki, Henry Yutaka Murakami, Misao Murakami, Edward Kiyoshi Nakade, Tomiko Nakatsu, Alice Shizuko Nishida, Helen Harue Nishida, Fusae Nishimoto, Tomie Ota, Takeshi Okamoto, Miki Okubo, Frank Okuna, Frank Masao Okuda, Isaburo Omiya, Ted Tadasu Oseto, George Sadaji Otsubo, Emiko Quinton, Randy M. Duto, George Sakai, Kaname Sasaki, Grace Kyoko Shiba, Reiko Shibata, Molly Tsurue Shimobayashi, Fukutaro Shingu, Yukie Sugi, Kyoko Sugimoto, Grace Takeuchi, Yutaka Tauchi, Harry Tsushima, Stephen Wakai, Yutaka Watanabe, Kichizo Yagi, Marsha Mariko Yagi, Mildred Toshiko Yamamura, Tomoe Yamashita, James Mineo Yamauchi, Chieko Yasui, Shizuku Mary Yonemura, Ayako Aida Yoshino, Ernest Yotsuya, and Umeko Yotsuya. We realize in the cherished memories of those we love and have lost, the impermanence of all the world is revealed. May the fragrance of the incense teach us the purity of our intentions. May the beauty of the flowers offered remind us of life's impermanence. May the lights that burn brightly on the altar lead our thoughts to Amida Buddha's light of wisdom and compassion. Please join me in Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Okay, so we'll continue the service with the chanting.
of Sambutsuge on page 82 of the service book. And for those of you who are observing this month's Shotsuki, please come forward to offer incense during the suture chanting.
Sabut,
超絶国女内音にむとそかと愛民とだついさいちぼ大小心熱症状人が国楽はのん古物神妙世が新書発がのひ力所所欲知母生存知恵無下浄土子孫知が信行経度心死食読中家業精進忍術不敬ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがんにしぐどく平等正財道も大心おじょあんあナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツ Okay, at this time, we will sing the Gatha Tsuicho no Uta, verses 1 and 2, which can be found on page 222 in our service book. And this will be followed by the three treasures on page 2. Please stand at this time only if it's comfortable for you to do so. I'd like to share the translation before the recitation of Three Treasures. Though you have gone to the Pure Land, my thoughts are of you, longing to see your face. It floats before me when I intone the Buddha's name. Beneath the spring flowers or in a garden of singing insects, on an autumn night, taking your hand, I rejoice in Oya-sama's compassion as I long for you. Please join me now for the recitation of Three Treasures on page 2. Three Treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be freed from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge, three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of your way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves your supreme will. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord in your life of harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandawitsu, 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 Namandawitsu. You may be seated. Okay, so at this time I wanted to share my Dharma message or sermon for this month's Shotsuki. And I'd like to begin by reading the translation of a portion of what we chanted today in Sambutsuge. Please join me in Gasho. Even though my body may undergo many sufferings and much pain, I shall never cease in my efforts. Whatever I must bear, I shall have no regrets. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namandawitsu, 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 Namandawitsu. Okay, so again, good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today for our April Shotsuki Monthly Memorial Service. And as I mentioned at our Shotsuki services, this is a time for us to be able to take time out of our schedules, sometimes our very demanding schedules, to pause and remember our friends and loved ones who have passed away. And it really is a time for reflection and a time for gratitude and, of course, deep connection, not only with our loved ones who have passed away, but for us as a family or a Sangha. Again, not only to remember the past, but even embrace the time that we have here in the present. So even though loss, of course, can feel heavy, Shotsuki reminds us that our lives are not lived alone. And this sentiment was shared earlier with the children's message with our friend the caterpillar. We're always supported by those, of course, who came before us, by those around us today, and the teachings that continue to guide us. So today I wanted to share the letter that I recently wrote for our home and hospital visitation for our members and friends in the community that was just delivered with their bundles just on Saturday. Or excuse me, Saturday? Saturday, yes, because today's Sunday. So it was yesterday, my goodness. And so I wrote, Dear friend of the Buddhist Church of Stockton, I hope this letter finds you well and enjoying the spring weather. As with each of the Buddhist Church of Stockton's visitations and gift bundles, I hope this bundle of goods continues to bring you warmth and comfort as we extend our love and care to you today. I recently returned from Kyoto, Japan, following an invitation to participate in a study session with 4 of my colleagues from California and Hawaii. This was a precious opportunity organized through our mother temple in Japan called Nishi Honganji. We were able to engage in lectures and discussions, practice for and attend daily morning services and also participate in observance of the spring equinox called Spring Ohigan Service. In addition to the business part of this trip, our group was able to spend the evenings together appreciating each other's company while also enjoying delicious Japanese foods and delicious Japanese beer. But I didn't put that in the letter. I was grateful for this opportunity of renewal, not only emotionally, but spiritually as well, as I returned to my duties in the ministry. Our group arrived in Kyoto in the middle of March. Although the cherry blossoms were in full bloom in Tokyo, the flowers were just beginning to bloom in Kyoto. However, the sight of some of the early cherry blossoms in Kyoto that we did see were enchanting. Cherry blossoms have become one of my favorite flowers, not just because of their pink colors and wide variety of different blossoms, but due to the symbolic nature of cherry blossoms themselves. At the temple, we often speak about impermanence or change, which is a shared teaching in all Buddhist schools. The life of the cherry blossom encourages us to view their beauty with mindfulness and intention, because before we know it, the winds of spring carry them into the sky like pink snow. We can be reminded of so much through nature around us. The cherry blossom trees have reminded me of the preciousness of each of my encounters with family and friends and strangers alike in my hometown and abroad. And although I'm not able to see you in person, I am grateful for this opportunity to say hello and express my care and thoughts with you today. Please be well and do not hesitate to contact me as needed. Warmly, Reverend Candace Shibata. So before I continue, I just wanted to thank all of our volunteer members and our organizations and donations that came from our members to make this bundle of goods so substantial and very heartwarming. So thank you to everybody for making this event possible, especially the packers and the drivers too. So as I reflect on this letter now, I realize that it carries themes that feel especially meaningful for even our Shotsuki today about renewal and change, gratitude and connection. So spring is often described as a time of renewal. We see the longer days and the warm air, we feel the warm air and the blossoms beginning to open around us. But in Buddhism, renewal is not something that only happens once a year. Renewal is happening all the time. Each moment is new. Each breath is new and each encounter is new. And yet, even as everything is constantly changing around us, we often find ourselves resisting that change. We want things to stay the same. We want our loved ones to remain with us, and we want our circumstances in our lives to be stable and predictable, but we know that's not the case. The Buddha teaches us about impermanence. And again, it's not something that we should fear, but simply understand that it's part of nature and of life. The cherry blossom is a beautiful reminder of this truth. Its beauty is not separate from its impermanence. It is because it does not last that it is so precious. So in the same way, the moments we share with others, whether brief or long, are meaningful because they do not last forever. And this is especially true when we think about our loved ones during Shotsuki monthly memorial services. The time we share with them may feel too short. We may wish for more conversations, more laughter, and even just ordinary days together. And yet even now, those connections have not disappeared. They continue to live within us, our memories and in our values, in the way that we live our lives and the way that we share our lives with others. So in Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, we're reminded that we're embraced by Amida Buddha's wisdom and compassion just as we are. And we don't have to remember to do everything perfectly, and we do not need to have everything figured out. Instead, we are invited to just simply live, being aware of our limitations, aware of our interconnectedness, and grateful for the causes and conditions that support us. So when I think about my time in Kyoto, yes, there was a renewal in the lectures and services because we were reminded of the basic and beautiful teachings of Shinran and the Buddha, and even just the way in which we conduct services, how our mind and our heart and the way that we act on the Onaijin really reflect the respect that we have for the teachings too. But there's also a renewal in something very simple, spending time together as friends and colleagues, sharing meals and laughing, being present with one another. It reminded me that renewal does not always come from something grand or dramatic. Sometimes renewal comes from connection. And even today, as we were chanting, and as I opened up my message today, this passage reminded me of renewal. So I just wanted to share it with you again. Even though my body may undergo many sufferings and much pain, I shall never cease in my efforts. Whether I must bear, I shall have no regrets. I shall have no regrets. And even Shinran Shonin and Ondok-san in gratitude expresses this amount of indebtedness and gratitude for teachers and for the embracing compassion of Amida Buddha as well. So again, sometimes renewal comes from connection. And perhaps it's just a short hello, dropping off a bundle of food, a letter, a short visit or a long visit, and even shared moments of silence together. And for our senior members who received this letter, the bundle of food and visits, the intention is not just to deliver a bundle of goods. It's to remind them and ourselves that they are not forgotten. They are still a part of our Sangha, and they are still deeply connected to us as well. And the truth is, this is something I think we all need, because life can feel uncertain, and it can feel overwhelming, and it can feel lonely at times too. But when we recognize the web of connections that support us, our family, our friends, our Sangha, our teachers, and even strangers who meet us with kindness, we begin to see that we are never truly alone. And this recognition can give us strength. Not a strength that says, I can do everything by myself, but a strength that says, I don't have to do everything by myself. As we move forward each day, of course carrying joy and sorrow, both pain and loss, both beginnings and endings, we're all supported by all of these different connections. So today during this Shotsuki service, as we remember those who have passed, I remind or maybe encourage each and every one of us to reflect on this. What connections in our lives have shaped us and who we are today? And who are the people, both past and in the present, have supported us, guided us, or simply walked alongside of us? How might we continue to honor those connections, not just in memory, but in how we live our lives? And perhaps we honor them by reaching out to somebody and somebody in need, or by expressing gratitude, or being a little bit more patient, by recognizing the preciousness of this very moment. Just like the cherry blossoms, we know that our lives are fleeting, but within that fleeting nature lies great beauty. And within that great beauty lies the opportunity to live with deep gratitude and humility, to embrace change, and to draw strength from the connections that surround us. So again, thank you so much for being here today. And I'd like to conclude my message with the reading of the letter, White Ashes, written by Renyo Shonin. And of course, we read this letter at funerals and memorial Shotsuki services to remind us of this preciousness of life that we have. So please bow your head in reverence as this letter is read. White Ashes. In silently contemplating the transient nature of human existence, nothing is more fragile and fleeting in this world than the life of humans. Thus we have not heard of human life lasting for 10,000 years. Life swiftly passes, and who among us can maintain their form for even 100 years? Whether I go before others or others go before me, whether it be today or whether it be tomorrow, who is to know? Those who lead before us are as countless and as fragile as the drops of dew. Though in the morning we may have radiant health, in the evening we may be white ashes. When the winds of impermanence blow, our eyes are closed forever, and when the last breath leaves us, our face loses its color. Though loved ones gather in lament, everything is of no avail. The body is then sent into an open field and vanishes from this world with the smoke of cremation, leaving only the white ashes. There is nothing more real than this truth of life. The fragile nature of human existence underlies both the young and the old, and therefore we must, one and all, turn to the teaching of the Buddha and awaken to the ultimate source of life. By so understanding the meaning of death, we shall come to fully appreciate the meaning of this life, which is unrepeatable and thus to be treasured above all else. By virtue of true compassion, let us realize the unexcelled value of our human existence, and let us live with the Nembutsu, Namu Amida Butsu in our hearts, humbly and respectfully. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Okay, at this time, will you please stand if it's comfortable for you to do so for the singing of Ondokusan number 2 on page 197, and this will be followed by the closing meditation. So please join me in Gassho as I read the translation of Ondokusan, followed by the closing meditation. In gratitude, the debt of gratitude I owe to a great compassion, I will proclaim until my life disintegrates into dust. The debt of gratitude I owe to my Dharma teachers, I will express until my bodily form is finally shattered. May we all truly reflect with gratitude and humility on that which we have been allowed to receive through the teachings of the Buddha. May we always endeavor to listen intently with our fellow beings to the summoning voice of Amida Buddha, and together as one be born in Amida's pure land. With a radiant and boundless mind, may we each regard all living beings with loving kindness without limit. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. You may be seated. Okay, so this concludes today's service. Were there any additional announcements that we might have missed?
Just that, we come here and we take it for granted that this beautiful Hondo will be here. We will have a resident minister at our temple, and all the facilities will function as normal, but this is an aging facility. And we have a huge project on our horizon that we want to have completed by the time we hit our 125th, which is only 5 years away. So there's a lot of fundraisers you can participate in and advertise to your friends and neighbors. They're basically all in the foyer, or we will be relaunching the Giving Tree, with a new revised version that will illustrate to you all the needs of this temple. So if you, your friends or relatives enjoy what you had today, enjoy having Reverend Shibata here to, be a comfort to your family, then please do consider supporting the temple in any way you can. And she went through the very hungry caterpillar this morning. And like that very hungry caterpillar who found lots of things to eat, this temple will never leave you hungry. So we have lots of fundraisers that support not only the temple, but the organizations who in turn support the temple. So please, the announcements are up here. There's all kinds of advertisements in the foyer. Please do what you can, and we greatly appreciate your help. Thank you. Oh, and then we just launched, so some of you in here I know sponsor the flowers, the altar flowers for Shotsuki service and for our special services. But as another way for you to express your gratitude for everything that goes on in this hondo, we have increased our sponsorships because the flower one filled up real fast. And then people said, but I want to do one. So what we've done is we've expanded that. It does cost us to have a speaker come on special services and for our seminars, our spring seminar. So, and we do pay them to travel as well because they are taking time out of their extremely busy schedules to make it here. So those sponsorships are now in the Karma. You can contact Nicole in the temple office and she can also guide you to what's open and available. And then there's different levels depending on which one you select. So if you're interested in that or you have a friend, relative, please contact the temple office. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Darlene, for those additional announcements. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And as always, as Darlene mentioned, we do have our coffee social in the mini chapel. So please feel free to join us for coffee and snacks in the mini chapel and, of course, fellowship and friendship. And then the Stockton Buddhist Women's Association will have their meeting in 5 minutes. So we'll see you in the mini chapel for those who come to that as well. So thank you again, everybody, for your kind attendance. If you didn't have an opportunity to come and visit your loved ones in the Nokotsuro, please feel free to do so before you leave today. Okay, thanks so much and have a great weekend. The door's open. Okay. Yeah. Every special service. Yeah, I think because I don't think people realize, and we get a different audience. Yeah, especially for Shotsuki every month. Yeah, so Shotsuki and special service. Yeah, okay. We'll team up. Okay. Bye, Paul. Thanks for coming.